mechanics.
Yes.
And in the types of cars you can get. I still believe Forza and Gran Turismo still hold the top tier as far as the differences or how many different types of cars you can get. But I think most of the games out there that are racing related have become very similar because people, say if you're playing a Need for Speed and you want, a certain type of Corvette or whatever, or a Viper, just whatever kind of car, and then you look and see on Forza that you could get that car and whatever else more. And so I think now games are trying to be as equal as possible to make as much competition as possible for sales and marketing by saying, yeah, we have over 500 cars, oh, well, we have 600 cars, oh, we have 9 million cars to choose from. And so I think that's good because at the same time, we're getting games out now that are much better quality. It's forcing the game creators to make it more and more realistic, give us a better driving experience. And so then it comes down to personal preference, the individual gamer, what they like about this particular game or that particular game that stands out to them. So I think it's a really good time right now for racing games. As the consoles are becoming more complex, that really doesn't concern me too much. It's how the games are playable on that. So I think we're in a really good time for racing games to say the very least. I don't really get into like the first person games that are out there right now, which I've played like the old James Bond, but that was on like Nintendo 64, so that was a whole different experience too. But like now we've got the games like the Zelda game that you're playing, and you've got the newest Halo game that's out, which is for me that's fun. I do like playing Halo.
Yes, but Halo's really fun.
Yeah, I think first-person games are becoming a lot better too in high quality, with ability of movement.
They just came out with the World War Z game.
Yeah, that looks interesting. I'll have to definitely check that out because I thought the movie was awesome.
Yeah, it's like there's this one level in Tokyo where you're it's like you're actually there. Once you reach the end of the level, you see this bridge and a bunch of abandoned cars and stuff, abandoned buildings. You got a bunch of the zombies just rushing over the bridge, down on the bridge, coming and swarming you. You gotta if you run out of ammo, you run out of ammo, but you have a machete you can use. But they come at all angles. You got big ones that jump, ram you, and they're screamers where they call the zombies. You got ones that spew gas that kill you.
And Brad Pitt isn't there to save you.
Nope.
So it's a sad day.
Yeah, that game's... but back to racing, with the realisticness of racing games, Forza Horizon 4 is probably my favorite racing game so far. It's in the Forza franchise, as it says in the title. But with the realisticness, you can customize your own character, and the seasons. The seasons is what adds a real good realisticness to it. And in England, you have these really nice houses and homesteads. You can actually buy those houses, and you have to go to the festival to change cars and stuff. But you could also, that's what you had to do with Forza Horizon 2. I'm not sure if you can buy a house for Forza Horizon 2, but in 3 and 4, you can buy a house and change your car there too. That's like your own little festival, but not really. So that's also what I like.
I like Forza 7 now because of the simulation has gotten better, but I still the other Forza game I have is Forza 4, Motorsport 4, and I'm partial to that. I really like how that is. I actually believe that there's more cars to choose from on Forza 4, because back then, even though it wasn't that many years ago, you had access to all these cars just off of the disc, and there'd be a secondary disc you would load all the extra stuff into, and boom, you had everything you needed. Now, what's kind of frustrating is that you have to have an internet connection to constantly update every month on Forza 7. There's new car packs that keep coming out, and new gaming information that goes into the game and expands it. It's almost like a real-time evolution of the game. It's growing on its own. And so you can't just load the whole game from the disc and be done and be playing. You have to like keep it going. So that's a little frustrating, on my part. But at the same time, it is giving you a lot better cars than has been on some of the earlier editions. In comparison, I would say. I will be honest and say I have not played the newer Gran Turismo games, mainly because we don't have a PlayStation, but because also it's just, as I said before, they're so similar. Like, what's the real difference, really? And it really, I think, comes down to the console. If you like the PlayStation console, the playability, as opposed to, are you a Sony fan or are you a Microsoft fan? It really doesn't matter. But since I play Forza, I like Forza now, then obviously Xbox was the choice since they're not crossover. So
yeah. What you were talking about always having to download every month. That's what they're doing now. I read Game Informers, and in one of their issues it said a guy named what was his name? It's Darth something. Darth Clark. He wrote a piece on about the logical defense of microtransactions. That's what they're doing now. They're doing microtransactions now. They're to where they're every time they come out with a new a new update, they start on the next one to bring out new content for the game. And to be honest, I think that just it to me, if one person only wants that one game, let's say Forza Motorsport 7, and they keep updating every month, and they see a new game that they want to play and they buy it and they come home and try to install it, but all their storage and memory has been used up by just Forza Motorsport 7.
So now you gotta buy some extra storage, or now you gotta buy the next console that's out. It's all a marketing ploy. It really is. It's capitalism at its finest.
Yeah, and to be honest, their new console called the Xbox One S All Digital, I think, I like it, but I mostly don't like it. I like it because you don't got to buy the disc, and the disc don't break, and you got to go buy another one. And you buy them online in the store, but you can also risk losing it to your storage, this Xbox 360 we have. It's done this twice. It has completely factory resetted itself. It's deleted all of our profiles, had to restart and everything.
And I did the research on it and found out that that's just a glitch that happens. You kind of got to deal with it, and too bad we can't really fix it. So, but you can buy the latest console, and that'll, fix you up fine. And you can. I haven't had any problems with the Xbox One X that we have.
S.
We have the One S or the One X?
Yeah, the One S.
Oh, the One S. Yeah, that's right.
Yes, I know people. The One S is probably, as you all think, is the worst one. To be honest, I think the X is better because it achieves more than the One S in the specs area. But yeah.
Yeah, I think we've covered quite a lot of ground, and I honestly think we could keep going on games and on console comparisons and
Marvel.
Especially the Marvel stuff. Man, we might have to do a follow-up episode here in the near future and just keep that going based on what you guys out there may think.
Yeah, as you guys know, podcast Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Yep, right here on the PBD Maxi 458 channel. And maybe I'll make another appearance. I know you're all clamoring for that to happen, so post in the comments or likes or whatever if you want to see Dad as a guest host again, because I've got nothing better to do.
Once again, okay. So, I guess that'll do it for this edition of the Info Game Podcast with PBD Maxi 458. Hope you guys enjoyed this addition to the podcast playlist. Please leave a comment in the comment section down below. Smash that like button and always be sure to turn on the notification bell so you know when every single video goes up and we try and be the first one there.
Ding! That was the bell.
And please make sure to subscribe if you have not already. And I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.